Today we're going to be talking about chord families in music. And so the main thing we're going to be covering is the different types of families and how they work together. And so watching this video, you're going to immediately be able to understand chord progressions better. So if you're a guitar or a piano player, we primarily play chords, you'll be able to see a chord chart and immediately understand where like the starts and finishes are and what's going on. You'll also be able to substitute chords effectively by using chords in the same family, and you'll also be able to write your own progressions very well by using these rules. And so before I get into the theory of it all, just remember that we have three chord families. We have the tonic, which is the start or the end of a piece typically, and we can put them inside as well, but it's usually the start and the end. And then we have the subdominant family, which the subdominant takes us away from the tonic and leads us to the dominant. And after the subdominant family, we have the dominant family. This is the strongest family, and it has a very big pull back to the tonic. So just remember, tonic, subdominant, dominant, and that's the formula we're going to use for this whole video. Hello everyone again. All right, so like I was saying, in our just any key diatonically, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 5, A, 6, 7, 8. These are our scale degrees, just a major scale. And so off each of these scale degrees, we can make a whole chord that fits within the key. And I have a Roman numeral video that talks about the qualities of each one more in depth that might help you. And I also have a triad video to understand these triads better. So the first one that occurs, C major, is major. And then I have the D minor. And C major is the tonic. We always call this tonic. D minor is the supertonic. E minor is the mediant. F is a subdominant. G is the dominant. A is a submediant. D diminished is the leading tone. But some people also call it the subtonic. It can be called either one. And then back to C, our tonic. Sorry, my phone keeps cutting off the video. So I was just talking and nothing was getting recorded. All right, so we stopped off with B diminished being a dominant chord as well. So remember at the beginning, I talked about three families: tonic, subdominant, dominant. This is how all of our chord progressions go. The tonic is used to begin and end music. So we start on a tonic and we typically end on a tonic as well. The subdominant is what we use to get from the tonic to the dominant. So that will create tension or intrigue, and then it leads us into our dominant. The dominant usually, I mean, it can resolve nicely or it can be a little tense, and then we go back to the tonic. So that's how the dominant wants to go to tonic, subdominant wants to go to dominant, tonic usually will go to subdominant. And so let's just go ahead and do a couple examples. So right here, I have a super simple melody. It's just, and I'll just end it on an extra measure. And so I was just gonna throw in some chords. I mean, we can do whatever we want. And this is how you make really good chord progressions that will always sound good. So let's just start tonic. I'm gonna start all these on C. Let me go to my chord symbols. We'll just put a C in here. For the next one, tonic. I guess we can do an A minor. That's a type of tonic chord, as you recall. Subdominant. Let's see, what subdominant do I want? We'll do an F, because remember, the F is the primary subdominant. That's the most common. And then dominant, let's just do G. We'll keep this one really simple. So I'll show you guys what that would sound like. We have our C. I'll do it all up here. C to A minor, to F, and then, sorry. See, that sounds very nice. So our chord progression there is just C, C, A minor, to F, and you've heard this a million times, G dominant, back to C, just like that. So that's our first chord progression that we just made, just using our simple formula. This works for every key. Let's make another one. Our chord will be, we'll start all of them on C. Let's see. Let's do E minor. That's one we haven't used yet. And that's another type of tonic. 1, 3, and 6 are the tonics that we can use. And the reason they all fit together is, think about it. C, E, G are the chords in C. E, G, B are the chords in E minor. Like, they're not that much different. So you're just changing it just a little bit. So we got an E minor. Let's see, what subdominants do we have? D minor, that's a subdominant. And they're very similar to F, the notes. Click off. F and D, they both are D. Let's see, they share F and A. So D minor, what dominant do we want to use? Let's just go back to G. All right, let's give this one a shot. So this is our brand new chord progression that we just made. We have E minor, D minor, bad G, and we'll end it. So without the melody, it would sound like this, our new progression. 2, 3, 4. And we'll resolve it nicely. Cool. Let's make one more, just so you guys can really understand how chord families work and how we can make some really good chord progressions quickly. Let's see. So we'll start on C again. Actually, let's start on A minor. Be crazy. Let's start on a different tonic. And then we'll go to, we can go to C. Let's flip it around. D minor. And let's go to B, and we'll do diminished. All right, let's see what we get for this one. So we're gonna start on A minor, nice. So down to C. Oh no, hang on. I left my keyboard on. Hang on. Whoops, all right, we'll start that one over. It was punching the stuff in. All right, so we'll start on A minor. Down to C, up to D. I didn't like that one as much, but it's still cool. The B minor. See how that B minor still pulls me to the C? It's not quite as strong as the G feeling, but you can see how that functions as a dominant. It all kind of works together. That sounds muddy down there. It's very nice. If you wanted to go crazy, you don't always have to. I've always been resolving this back into the key of C, but let's just start this one over again and I'll do something different. Oh, C, and then D minor, and then that's our B diminished B. So instead of going back to the C, I actually went to a different tonic. That particular instance is called a deceptive cadence, where you go to the minor 6. But I'll play it again faster. Sounds really cool when you do that. And you can see how easy it is to make a really cool, almost cinematic sounding chord progression. And you can use this as pop music, worship music, and also understanding how these chord qualities work. You can almost instantly substitute chords when you're playing. So if I see a chord progression and I recognize that something's a tonic within a key, I can be like, oh, I can also use this tonic if I want to make it sound more interesting. But sweet, hope this helped you guys. Hope everyone has a nice day and a good week. Have fun practicing.